This is Top Accolade Global News Update. I am Abiodun Mohammed. Russian forces have shelled the entire front line in the Donetsk region in eastern Ukraine, Ukrainian officials said, as part of what appeared to be the Kremlin's scaled-back ambition to secure only the bulk of lands it has claimed. The fiercest fighting was near the towns of Bakhmut and Avdiivka. The region's governor Pavlo Koilenko said in a television interview 5 civilians had been killed and 2 wounded in Ukrainian-controlled parts of Donetsk over the previous day. He said early on Friday in Bakhmut, another part of the Donetsk region that neighbors Luhansk province, Ukrainian forces countered with barrages from rocket launchers, a witness said. The Russian officials have intensified their efforts in Donetsk and Luhansk, Ukrainian presidential advisor Oleksiy Arestovich said in a video post. In an early Friday report, the Ukrainian General Staff said its forces had attacked Russian positions and troop assembly points in at least half a dozen towns in the south of Ukraine. Russian losses amounted to about 240 wounded, with 3 ammunition depots and various military equipment destroyed, it added. US basketball star Brittney Griner has been released in a prisoner swap with Russia in exchange for arms dealer Victor Bout and was heading home on Thursday, ending what President Joe Biden called months of hell for her and her wife. The swap was arranged after months of talks during a time of high tension between the two countries after Russia's February invasion of Ukraine. As Griner was on a flight bound for Texas, Bout arrived in Moscow and hugged his mother and wife after stepping onto the tarmac, television images showed. Griner, held since a week before the invasion of Ukraine, traveled from a Russian penal colony to Moscow, then to Abu Dhabi airport in the United Arab Emirates, where the exchange took place, with the two walking past each other on the tarmac, US officials said. Russia rejected Biden's attempt to gain the freedom of Paul Whelan, a former Marine also held in Russia, forcing Biden to opt to get only Griner out, he said in his announcement, without providing details that the Russians treated Whelan's case differently. Russian firefighters are trying to put out a massive blaze that engulfed one of the largest shopping centers in the suburb of the capital, Moscow, leading to the collapse of part of the structure. The fire early on Friday spread over an area of about 7,000 square meters in the Mega Kimki Shopping and Entertainment Center, authorities said, but there were no immediate report of casualties. Russia's investigative committee, which probes major crimes, said it was looking into the cause of the fire. The head of the Moscow region's emergency services agency said it appeared the blaze was the result of safety regulations being violated during repair work on the building. A worker told TASS news agency a short circuit might have caused the fire, followed by an explosion that caused the flames to spread. Russian news agencies had earlier reported that emergency services were considering arson as a possible cause. Italy, Japan and United Kingdom have announced a plan to merge their fighter jet development projects in a partnership that marks Japan's first major industrial defense collaboration beyond the United States since World War II. The deal aims to put an advanced frontline fighter aircraft into operation by 2035 by combining the UK-led Future Combat Air System project, also known as Tempest, with Japan's FX program. The 3 countries said in a joint statement on Friday. The collaboration will be called the Global Combat Air Program, GCAP. The agreement comes as China ramps up military activity around Taiwan, which it claims as its own, and in the disputed South China Sea, where Beijing has sought to bolster its expansive claims with military installations on artificial islands it has built. Northeast Asia is also grappling with North Korea, which has conducted an unprecedented number of missile launches this year amid concerns it may soon test a nuclear weapon. Japan, which has a pacifist constitution, has already announced that it expects to double its defense spending over the next 5 years to about 2% of gross domestic product, GDP. Twitter created secret blacklist to limit the visibility of disfavored tweets and certain right-leaning accounts, independent journalist Barry Weiss has claimed, citing an investigation based on internal company documents. Weiss, a former New York Times opinion editor who now runs the Free Press, said on Friday The social media platform's previous management restricted the reach of particular accounts with what it called a trends blacklist and search blacklist, as well as a do not amplify tag. Twitter, which was bought by billionaire Elon Musk in October, has in the past publicly acknowledged limiting the reach of certain accounts, leaving them visible to followers but limiting their visibility in conversations and search results, although it has received criticism for not notifying affected users or being transparent about its decision. In a Twitter thread, Waze said the blacklisted figures included Jay Bhattacharya, a Stanford University professor who opposed COVID-19 lockdowns, Charlie Kirk, a conservative activist, and Lips of TikTok, an account that reposts and mocks content posted elsewhere by liberals and LGBTQ people. That is the size of top accolade global news updates. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy weekend.